Exercise 2.10. Don't forget to put your date up here. Now, a couple of things. Shops buy and sell things. They buy things at the cost price. Hang on, the pen stopped working. Cost price is what they buy it for. And then they sell it at the selling price. And the difference between those two is the profit, or sometimes we call it the markup. Okay. Obviously, if you buy something and you sell it for less than you bought it for, so if you bought something for $100 and you sold it for $80, you've made a loss. Okay. And that wouldn't be very good. It might be good for the customer, but it's not good for you because you lose money. Now, so we're going to do some calculations in this exercise about money and financial applications. So I want to talk about, like, say you get money off. So say you're going to buy something, and the normal selling price is $550. So the normal selling price is $550, and say they give you a 10% discount. Now let's make a 15% discount. So you've got a 15% discount, and that means it might be because you're a worker. Employees at companies often get a discount. Okay, so you want to reduce $550 by 15%. So remember the way we did reduction before? You go rightio. So we're going to reduce 100. We're going to take 15% off 100 because we're going to reduce this. That's the 100% price of the thing that you're buying, whatever it is. So we're going to reduce it by 15%. So 15 from 100 is 85%. So let's just work out what 85% of $550 is. Okay, and if you work that out on your calculator, 85 over 100 times 550, get your calculator out, 85 times 550 divided by 100 equals, so it'll be $467.50. So it'll be $467.50. That will be the new selling price with that 15% discount. Now, say you want to increase. Actually, no. We might as well do the increases now. No, if you wanted to increase the selling price, so say something cost you. The cost price was $35, and you want to have a 20% markup. That means you want to increase this price, the cost price, by 20%. So what you're going to do, you're going to go rightio. Remember, what you do is if you want to increase by a percentage, you add that percentage to 100, which is 120%. So what we're going to do now is find out 120% of $35. So it's 120 over 100 times 35. Now, if we work that out, that will give us what the selling price will be if we want to increase $35 by 20%. Okay, so if we work that out on the calculator, grab our trusty little calculator, it'll just be 1.2 times 35 equals 42. So it'll be $42. Okay, so I'd like you to do questions 1 and 2 now of exercise 2.10. Now, I want to explain the work example 26 on page 120. There's a grocery store called the Great Grocery Supermarket, and its policy is it marks up all of its baking products by 75%. So say it sells something, say the selling price of something is $3.49, maybe for a loaf of bread or something. And it marks everything up. The markup is 75%. Whoops, $75. 75%. Okay? Now, let's think about it. Now the cost, when we want to work out what the cost price is. Now the cost price, which we're trying to work out, the cost price times 175 over 100, because it's 75%, equals $3.49. Okay, so because the cost, they mark everything up by 75%. So if you get the cost price and you increase it by 75%, so 100 plus 75 is 175, so 175 over 100. So the cost price times 175 over 100 is going to equal the selling price. Okay, so if we write that again, cost price, which we're trying to work out, times 1.75, if we just work out that fraction, equals $3.49, then it's pretty easy to go, okay, that means that the cost price is going to equal, bring this over this side down the bottom, it's going to be $3.49 divided by 1.75. And that works out to be $1.99. So the cost price is $1.99. So this is a method here of how, this bit here, this is a way of working out what the cost price is of something. Okay. Now just one other thing. If we look at the thinking, the work example on page 120, number part B, there's a discount computer store, and the discount computer store is having a 20% sale on all items. And it says calculate the original mark price of a hard drive if it's been discounted to $135. So the selling price, hang on, get this working, the selling price is $135, but that's after it's been reduced by 20%. So we want to work out what the original price was. So let's think about it. The original price, which we're trying to work out, multiplied by, now it's been reduced by 20%, so multiplied by 80 over 100, okay, because 100% is the full amount, it's been reduced by 20, so if you get the original price and you multiply it by 80 over 100, that'll give you that selling price, which is now, we know, is $135. So let's rewrite that again, and let's work out what that fraction is. Original price, 80 over 100 is 0.8, is $135, okay? So, we want to work out the original price. So the original price will equal, bringing that 0.8 over to this side, it'll be 135 divided by 0.8. If you work that out, you get $168.75. Okay, now that should enable you to do, let's have a look. Let's see, profit or loss. So you should now be able to do question 3 and 4 of the exercise 2.10. So I want you to have a go at question 3 and 4 now. That would be great. Let's now talk about profit and loss. Now, just imagine you've got a wedding dress. This is on page 121. Say you've got a wedding dress and it cost you, the cost of the wedding dress was $1,450. And you sold it, so the selling price, say you sold it for $900. Now, how much money have you lost? Well, you can do a subtraction. 900 from 1450, I think, is $550. So you've lost $550. So the loss is $550. Now, so they said, okay, you've sold this wedding dress and you want to work out the percentage loss. Okay, so what percentage of the original cost did you lose? All right, so all we have to do is we want to work out what is $550 out of $1,450 as a percentage, because we lost $550 out of $1,450 that we originally paid for the dress. So we just go 550 is how much we lost out of 1450, and we multiply it by 100% to get it as a percentage. And if you work that out, you get 38%. So we lost 38% of the original cost of the wedding dress. Part B on page 121, AJ bought a tent for $120. So the cost price was $125. Okay. And then sold it on eBay for $139. Obviously he's made a profit. So what's the profit here? How much money did he make? Well, he sold it for $139. The cost was $125. So what's the difference between those two? I think the difference is what? No, I've got to think about this. $14, I think. So the profit was $14. That's how much money he made. If we wanted to work out the percentage profit of the original cost was $125, then we've got to work out what is 14 out of 125 as a percent. So you go, right, 14 out of $125 as a percent, and if you work that out, it's 10%. He made a 10% profit, okay, by selling that thing. So what you should be able to do now is just continue working through exercise 2.10. See how many of those you can get done.